Welcome back to the Azania workshops, the place for the rebellious, the unruly, and for those brave enough to inquire about self. Now, before we get into understanding anger and how to use and utilize the power of anger for good and understanding, can I first say, for all returnee gang, because you ain't subscribing no more, you gang. Big up yourself, innit? Thank you so much for returning and supporting the gang. For anyone brand new and you want to join this gang, hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell so you can be up in the building with gang, understanding self. In my last video, well, not in the last video, like the one just gone, but in maybe last two videos, I spoke about how to control your anger and frustration. Well, I think that's what I titled it, but what I meant by it was when you feel angry and frustrated, it's often that you have not expressed yourself in a particular way to a particular person, and so that turns in on itself and causes you to be completely angry and frustrated. So every time you meet that person, you're gonna be seething and feel like you wanna be angry or something like that. Anywho, in this video, I'm gonna talk about how you utilize the power of anger for good. So just to know, anger is a natural emotion, as love is a natural emotion, as sadness, as you know. So it's a natural emotion that you experience. The type of anger that I'm talking about is the anger where you really want something to occur and it doesn't occur, and you feel a sense of powerlessness, you feel a sense of not being heard, not being able to express yourself freely, and so you turn that in on yourself and get completely angry. Anger, as with all emotions, are indicators for you to take an action. Sometimes the emotion you might feel, the action might be to take no action, but all emotions are there to provide you with some type of insight into what you're feeling and perhaps what you need to do with that feeling, that emotion, right? So when you're getting angry, it's about staying with that feeling so that you can work out what it is, so that you can work out what it is that you need to do. You hold in anger, anger turns to hate. You release anger, anger turns to freedom. And so that's what it is. It's about releasing, it's about identifying what you're angry about and then releasing that anger, or harnessing and then releasing that anger in the right way. So you have to ask yourself a question. When you're feeling rage and anger, what are you angry about? And you have to stay in that anger. Now, what that means is sometimes we get angry and we're like, oh, we shouldn't feel angry. Now, the minute you talk about you separate the anger from the issue. So I'm angry, I shouldn't be angry, right? So the minute you go, I shouldn't be angry, and you've separated now and you focus more on an act of being angry, what happens is you fizzle out or you move away from the real reason that you're angry, what you're angry about, okay? So instead of being like, I should be angry about this, and you need to stay with that anger. Now, I have smashed many a plates in my house, and I realized that smashing of the plate and staying with it, instead of thinking I should be calm and I should behave in this way and what's going to happen if the girls get home and see all the plates smashed on the floor and so on and so forth, when I just stayed with it and wrecked and smashed plates and glasses and and then question myself, why are you angry? What is a matter? The answer came automatically, because you're not where you feel you need to be. Now, if I'd got angry before, I probably would have, before it got to that point, and that's the point, when you store it up inside, it's going to get to a point where it has to explode, it has to go somewhere, right? So before it would have been, just don't be angry, don't worry, you're working at this taming, this calming, and without embracing the fact that with this push, with this fierceness, you can explode something good into your life. As long as that's not hurting anyone, kind of, right? So, when you start experiencing this anger for what it is, so if you're saying to yourself, I haven't managed to release this book, I've been trying to write this book and I can't write this book. You want to stay with the anger and go, well, why haven't you written the book? And you're like, because this is in my way and that is in my way and da-da-da-da-da. You want to keep with the anger until it births the answer. So I haven't written this book, and why haven't you written this book? Because I haven't had the space to, because I've been so caught up in other people's da-da-da-da-da-da. And as you're getting clearer, as you're getting to the truth of why you're experiencing that anger, your anger will naturally calm down. Your anger will naturally fade as you start to get to the truth. Because if you're staying angry, because if you stay angry and then you dismiss that anger, it's just going to be packed away until another time, right? So stay with the anger. So again, in another situation, I just want to be able to work from home. You know, you're frustrated at work or whatever. I want to be able to work from home. Well, why do you want to be able to work from home? Like staying with the anger. Because it gives me a sense of freedom. And so you're aware now that you want freedom. Well, how can I get that freedom? You're going to have to carve out the bits of your life that really mean something to you, right? So if you can see the pattern, you're pushing, you're staying with the anger, you're staying with the frustration to be able to birth out what it is you're angry about. Again, I just want to feel respected. Like, why does everyone treat me like shit? And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Respected. Why is people not respecting me? Why? How am I showing up? You understand? So you can begin to question now, how am I showing up? How are people seeing me? What types of people am I around to why they're dealing with me in that way? You understand what I mean? And again, I'm just in this stupid relationship. What am I even in this relationship for? So that my bills can get paid. You understand what I mean? It's like, and so why am I staying here that my bills can get paid for? Because I don't feel able or enough or confident enough to be able to go and do it myself. So you stay in a relationship whereby you're controlled in some kind of way so that other needs can be met. You staying inside that anger, that frustration when it comes time to moving forward. You understand what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be poor. You know, what you're doing is when you're staying with the anger and you're spurting these things out to yourself, is you're getting real clarity on what has you stuck where you're stuck. You understand? So the minute you're saying these things, you're revealing the truth to yourself. And it's another way to get the truth. You know, you will have people say to journal and to write down, but sometimes that's soft emotion. And if you've been doing that for a really long time and you're not getting the answers, it's not giving you the impact that you need. And then you've got to recognize as well, we're not all birthed in the same way, in that we're all and sitting under a tree. You understand what I'm saying? Your emotion, your natural emotion might be fire. So you've got to bring that fire. You understand what I'm saying? So regardless of, I mean, you might be around people that are just like too much, like, look, come on. You must know that people can't be too much all the time. You're too much, you're too much, you're too much. People are made in the way that they're made. And what I want for you is to embrace your too much self in whatever way that you're too much. You understand what I'm saying? So you have this sense of freedom and expression, which is more than anything else that can come into your life. Do you understand what I mean? The moment you feel clear, the minute you feel like you're expressed and you can say and you can be exactly who you are, there's not much else you need after that. Use your anger, use when you're in that anger state to recognize and then begin to carve out or begin to listen to, and then you can begin to carve out what it is that you actually want. There is a reason for this anger emotion in us, yeah? So just pay attention. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself, and just get a lot clearer with, and you'll get a lot clearer with what you want. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. A really quick one today. Even for me, really quick one today. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. if you vibes with the tribe, and hit the subscribe button here, and I will see you in the next video.